with Dr. Sheetal Sawankar, motherhood and sport can actually coexist, is what you are telling me. You are telling me that it can coexist and there is no problem. Can you elaborate a little bit how this is done, what it takes, how many facilities are there? Is it doable in India? Is it doable in small town India? Give me a sense, please.
Believe me, now even small towns have amazing IVF or reproductive health facilities. Most of the centers or most of B towns have IVF centers. They just have to visit a gynecologist or a fertility specialist. As I said, there are a couple of blood tests. Even nutrition, like hemoglobin, has to be checked. So that has to be done. An anti-Mullerian hormone test has to be done. As I told you, how it is done is that they have to undergo a ovarian stimulation with gonadotropins for around 12 days. They need to take these injections every day. Either they can pack those injections they can take it wherever they are comfortable. Routine activity is not at all hampered, not at all. They can continue doing what they are doing.
Do these injections have any side effects or adverse effects?
Not at all, not at all. They might just feel a little tired, but they can continue doing their sport, they can continue doing their routine practice. Absolutely the way they are doing. Most of the people undergoing these cycles are working women, so they can absolutely go ahead with their activity. The only day where they need to take a break or rest is the day of oocyte retrieval. That will happen when the follicle size or the egg size is around 20 millimeters. That day we give a trigger injection, and 36 hours later is when we do the oocyte retrieval. So that day we will be putting that lady or the woman under short general anesthesia. That takes around 20 minutes, and that is the day where we give anesthesia. Other than that, she does not need to take any rest. The next month itself, she is back on the ground. She can practice, she can do everything routine.
Are you seeing more and more people use this option? Have you seen increase in numbers over the last years or so? What your own experience?
My experience, the only thing what I see is that by the time the woman comes, she's in her late 30s. If we I think you should spread awareness. I think I have seen a couple of your interviews, and you speak to a lot of women who can spread awareness also, and you yourself can speak to a lot of women. I feel still in the urban side, people still know about it, but in the rural areas, I feel if we can do something, we can kind of speak more about it. It will definitely help a lot of people.
I also think sports federations and associations can educate athletes. I mean, this can be part of the training regime. This can be part of the options that are put in front of them, that this is very doable, because this is actually making them feel comfortable with their body in a manner that will allow them to perform better going forward. So yes, 200% each one of us. I mean, I am a very small cog in this entire wheel, but each one of us have a role to play. You, for example, absolute privilege talking to you. Two more questions. One, is there, I mean, you said the 20s to the 30s, right? Is there any particular age group, or is there anything like that, okay, this is when the athlete should do it, early in 20s, mid 30s, whatever, because obviously an athlete, depending on a sports person, peaks at a certain time, right, in their careers. Is there any such age group?
The best time to do egg freezing is in the late 20s, that is from the 25 years to early 30s. That is the best time to do egg freezing. In fact, companies like Apple, Facebook give them kind of insurance cover for egg freezing. So I feel even sports federation should give them kind of an insurance to promote this kind of egg freezing.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Even this comeback story of yours, I mean, the way you started putting stuff on Instagram and the whole way the country started rallying around you, you became this symbol of empowerment. Have you thought about these things, that you are not simply a tennis player, that you are also a story of aspiration, you're a story of empowerment, you're a story of self-belief?
I understand that. I mean, I'm not stupid. I get it. I understand. I completely understand that people, especially in our part of the world, people don't really take sports people or famous people, so to say, as just for what they do. They become much larger than that. And some people have more responsibility, some people have less responsibility. But I do understand that I have a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. It's always been there. I've been answering questions to about all kinds of things since I was 16 years old, before I even understood what it meant. And I'm 35 today. So I completely understand that. And that's one of the reasons that I actually had made the comeback. Even if I've inspired one young mother to say that I want to follow my dream, regardless of the fact that I am married, or regardless of the fact that I had a child, and regardless how many people told me that I shouldn't or can't do it. And if she's gone and followed her dream, I'll consider my job done. And that was one of the reasons that I was putting out those videos, where I wanted to show the journey of, because I'm telling you, some of my best friends after I lost the weight won the tournament in Hobart and have messaged me and said, we really thought you're never going to play tennis the way you were looking. I've had that from some of my best friends. And I told them, I guess you guys don't know me well enough. These are people that have known me for 20 years. I mean, since school and college. So, I think for me, in our part of the world, many times women are always meant to sacrifice themselves. It's a thing, that a woman, she needs to sacrifice her career. She needs to sacrifice her time. She needs to sacrifice for her family. And if she doesn't sacrifice, then she's not good enough. She's not good enough. And many people don't want to accept this, but this is the truth. Women face this on a day-to-day basis. When young girls say that, no, I want to go to work, and they say, yeah, but who's going to look after the house? Who's going to make the decision of who's going to cook the food at home if you have a cook, or who's going to cook the food? So that is something that I wanted to change a perception, because I understand the responsibility I have, and I feel that I have the reach to inspire. The amount of messages, Boria, I used to get, I cannot tell you, it was in thousands on Instagram when I used to post the video saying, I didn't want to go out for a walk today. I've just had a baby, but I saw your video and I've gone out to the gym. Those are the messages that I was doing it for. That's, and I think that it's amazing, because we have so many now actresses who are, after having, a child or a couple of children, are still working. I was working till I was 33 weeks pregnant. I mean, I was literally, I did my last work assignment at 34, maybe 33 or 34, I'm not sure. And you have, so it's great to see that all these people, all of us, we recognize our role, that people are watching us and they can get inspired by us.